Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And I know that has been a few days because this is when Mercury went direct. But Pisces Moonbeam said it is important. Actually, it went direct on 15th of September. So 4 days ago at 4:21 p.m. Eastern Standard. And yeah, I mean, we're doing it because Pisces Moonbeam, as you know, she's astrologer, and if you do need an astrology reading, I can't recommend that enough to you. But she said that it's an important thing, and she was right. Because oh boy, when I drew the cards for it last night, I believe, but we had to reschedule it, do some emergency for tonight. Anyway, so yeah, Mercury direct is going to be valid for quite a lot of time. 1 second. Up until the 13th of December, so this is about the 2.5 months in advance. This influence, this energy is going to be affecting us. So, as you have probably saw into the thumbnail, there are 3 cards there, and this is the collective reading for Mercury retrograde. Hello, Yarabi. Hello, Kato. First time here, I reckon, because I don't remember you from previous streams. I hope you do enjoy the show. So the cards for the collective, first one, that will be the Sun of all cards, followed by the Lovers. And then we do have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is how the elemental dignity kind of stands. These 3 cards, it is what we have. And with the Mercury direct, and I can, truth be told, I can only feel it. I can already, not only, but already can feel it with myself. And there are so many things involved. I don't know where to even begin from. First off, things with oh, okay. Welcome then, Katie. So first off, things are not going to be that much complicated from there on moving forward in all fields of our lives. Therefore, we can expect, things to become more easier. Friendship-wise, social-wise, relationship-wise, career-wise as well. There are also things that can be skipped, steps that can be skipped moving on forward. Therefore, if there are certain aspects that you don't want to do, that you don't feel, that you aren't feeling comfortable, okay, participating into or being a part into, you don't have to. And so on and so forth. Also, these cards speaks for a bit more, how can I put it into words, a bit more lavish life, if I can put it that way. What I mean is that we can indulge. Mercury direct is going to allow us to indulge into things that are making us happy, and above everything else, not just only that, but consequently to it, or if you do wish to prefer, you can call it collaterally to it, it will also make the people around us happy. And the happiness is the main hero. It is the main subject for the Mercury direct, and this happiness is going to be delivered through clarity. So what kind of a clarity we do have? By the way, Jasmine, thank you for the $19.99, $20 that is. Thank you, Jasmine. There are a couple more support, but I'm gonna kind of like mention them after I'm done with this reading. So what clarity I am talking about here? Well, we do always have choices to make, right? I mean, sometimes we have to choose in between 2 jobs. Sometimes we have to choose if you do wish what to do today, how to go about our things. life is suffused and dappled with choices. Even I can use even a stronger term, saturated with the choices. And unlike other times, this Mercury direct will present us with clarity over what is going to be the follow-up of whatever choice we make. And therefore, we're going to have the unique opportunity within the next 2.5 months to make those choices which are going to feel more natural and more harmonious to us. And when, you know, we are harmonious and feel natural within the environment, we are happy in it. So that will be very specific to the people's goals, to the people's dreams, to your goal and to your dream. So whatever the goal and the dream is, you are going to have the luxury to identify which choice you are to make is going to take you closer and closer to it. Now, for a more, how can I put it into words, for a more objective, or rather like for a more specific interpretation of those cards. Next 2.5 months, or for as far as Mercury direct is concerned and is going to influence us, is going to open for us a expanding energies of growth, monetary gains, and also resolution to a lot of issues primarily related to relationships. If you do have a quarrel with someone, if you do have a grudge, grievances, or someone has with you maybe, the tendency is going to be burying the hatchets. It's just people will be more lenient toward one another. That is going to bring to a lot of mending of of relationships, friendships, intimacy, business partnerships, and so on and so forth. So that is a long story short for the collective for Mercury direct. And now the super chat first. Jasmine, thank you for the $20 PayPal support. Thank you, Jasmine. Ivala, thank you for the $19.12. Thank you, Ivala. You do have a specific inquiry with it as well, which is, by the way, something that I have I haven't encountered ever, because you are specifically asking what type of love you do have with that person. Is it a soulmate? Is it a karmic? Or is it twin flame? Twin flame and soulmate, they are the same thing. Karmic isn't love. The loves, there are 3 types of love in terms of a tarot philosophy. You do have the real one, the true one, and as you have mentioned, the soulmate one. You can have a karmic relationship, but it doesn't have to be, you know, supported by love. So let's see. Let me first put your inquiry here. And as well, Jasmine, thank you for the $20. You guys, at the end of the stream, are going to have your personalized reading. And now, a few notes about the show. No, her name is, it's Cyrillic. Pisces Moonbeam. It's Cyrillic, and is this is how it's spelled. I typed it down. What is the difference in between the real love and the soulmate love? Jasmine asks. Well, Jasmine, the real love is something that you build. All right. The real love starts from usually from a friendship, and you do build trust, you do build mutual reliability, and before you know it, you start missing the person. Okay, and then the love is real because it is founded on something. It is founded on trust and mutual reliability. The soulmate, that love, that is something you are born with. You know, some people do prefer to call it a contract in between souls. Now, the soulmate love doesn't have to be a romantic one, though. You know, soulmate type of love, it could be love in between friends, it could be love in between parents and their children. And its characteristics are that you do understand one another without even have to speak with one another. It's just, you know, your souls are communicating on a much higher level. And the true love, that is when it doesn't make any sense. You know, the true love, it is when the person you are falling in love with, you're not supposed to. They are completely different. They do have a different perspective for the world. They do have different interests. They do have different ways to go about it. They do have different lifestyle than yours. And yet, you know, you both are attracted to one another. You just can't pull your mind out of each other, and this is when the two perfectly matching opposites kind of bind, they do collide, and they become one whole, you know. This is the more or less, you know, long story short, in a nutshell, I'm sorry, the characteristics in between the three types of love we have. All right, so a few notes about the show, guys, before I move forward. There are going to be now 12 readings, one for each star sign, and I'm going to start with Aries, and I'm going to end up with Pisces. Bear in mind that these are readings for the star signs, and it is a good idea to watch and listen for your sun, moon, and as well rising sign, because your sun sign is going to show how you're going to deal with things. The rising sign is going to show your exterior influence, okay, what is going to influence on you. And the moon sign is going to show your emotions. For the moon sign, I'm certain Pisces moonbeam can clarify for the sun. For the moon sign, I'm certain Pisces moonbeam in the chat can clarify for the sun and the rising sign. And that way you are going to get a more complete picture on how this ingression of Mercury is going to affect you. Other than that, again, it's a reading for the star signs, so while it's going to affect you to a certain extent, it's very seldom being concrete, answer to the questions you do have. So if you do wish me to interpret for your own personal questions, for your own situations that you're going through, you can always go to my website, which link you will find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you can see a full list of my services and as well their pricings. And based on your budget and as well your needs, you can go for whichever one is going to serve you best. And finally, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us either through Super Chat or via PayPal, which link again you can find in the description down below, at the end of the stream you're going to have your reading guaranteed. And should your Super Chat or PayPal support doesn't carry on any inquiry with it, the reading is going to be about how Mercury direct is going to affect you personally. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the stream. All right, so first we do have Aries. Let's draw. Actually, let me shuffle a bit more because I wasn't focusing on the star sign. I was focusing on what I was saying. Right, the first one, that will be the Empress for Aries, followed by the Ten of Swords. And the third one, that will be the Eight of Cups. Those three. And this will be a bit, I don't know if it is unusual actually for the Aries. So here is the deal, guys. Mercury retrograde will, not retrograde, I'm sorry, it's direct. So Mercury direct, hold on a second. Anna Chaban, thank you for the $20 PayPal. Thank you, Anna. You do also have an inquiry. Which for I do understand from your message here is, are you exclusive with the man you are dating? So correct me if I'm wrong. So for Aries, Mercury direct is going to give you the opportunity to improve significantly the future around situations which you are finding either disappointing or particularly underwhelming right now, underperforming, if you will. Basically, situations and statuses that you would wish and you know it can be better, but currently it isn't, okay? However, that's the decision how to, okay? So the decision how to improve that future, it should come in a very specific, requirements, maybe I should use the word here. What I mean is that the situations are going to oppress you. It will feel like you have to make your choice right away, you know, on the whim of the moment, and that is the worst thing you can do, right? Because doing it, so the decision you will make is going to be irresponsible, immature, and definitely not well founded. So instead of kind of like giving yourself on the whim of the moment and caving under the pressure, it will be best if you do withdraw from all that. It's very important to withdraw from the midst of activities, from the midst of the situation you have to decide about, and kind of like spend some time away from it, and that way the objective perspective over the situation itself is going to come back to you, and that way you will see what is best in terms of mature and well-founded and well-based choice moving forward. So that's one thing, and the other thing, it's that your life should start becoming significantly more comfortable than it is right now. But again, whatever you do and whatever decision you are about to make within the next 2.5 months should be made in such a way that it is not final. That is also very important. You shouldn't burn any bridges. You shouldn't shut any doors. You don't know whom you will need at a certain moment and where the help can come from should you need one. All right, next, that will be Taurus. All right, Anna, you got it. At the end of the stream, you will have a reading on that. Seven of Wands, followed by the Knight of Swords. And it is the Page of Cups. The review for you, Taurus, are going to be people that want what you have. So Mercury will reveal that. And if nothing else, at least for the next couple of months and a half, you will be able to see where the blows are coming from. But with that Knight of Swords being next to the Seven of Wands pretty much, this card allows you to have it your way in most of the cases, if not all of these, if not all of the cases with these people, meaning that there is always going to be an option that you are getting on top of it. And as it's identified by the Knight of Swords, that pretty much speaks that your intelligence and as well your clear mind is going to lead you to that option. So for you, it's going to be obvious, you know, how you should deal with that begrudging co-worker, you know, or with the envious friend, and whatever the case, okay? And additionally to it, that will be the time where gossips, rumors are highly unlikely to affect you, for many of them are going to be discredited by you, for this is what they do deserve. Now, on a personal level, very smart moves, or rather like very smart maneuvers, it is what you are going to do, being able to identify the exact moment that you do need to act and how exactly to act. Okay, so you can count it as a lucky times for the next 2.5 months from that regard, because the very least, whatever opportunities are out there for you, you ain't going to kind of like miss them, in a sense of them being hidden from you, from someone, or just from your ignorance. You're always going to have a chance to take on an opportunity. Now, whether you take it or not, that is entirely up for you to decide. Next, we do have Gemini. The Empress. Five of Pentacles. King of Wands. So the clarity for the Emperor, for the Gemini, yes, for the Empress, for the Gemini, is going to be about their own personal errors. So now many people are probably going to click off the video, but unfortunately that's what the cards are kind of like revealing here, Gemini, is that Mercury direct is going to highlight your personal errors, in a sense of errors within the lifestyle that you are having, which are depriving you of basically having a peaceful and comfortable life, peaceful and comfortable career, peaceful and comfortable relationship, and whatnot. And this this period is going to be a period where you do get to fix that, okay? Fix certain aspects within your lifestyle that is going to allow you to ensure kind of like stable and secure future moving forward. However, this fixture that you can make will be on an expense of your ambition. And when I say on an expense, I mean it will be delayed. So chasing your ambition, that thing will be delayed, so you can, you know, fix your life. Or rather like a fix your lifestyle. And why this is important? Well, it is important because this is a period where you sow, okay? You are to sow seeds, which you are to reap afterwards. May they be bitter or may they be sweet. And you definitely want them to be sweet, because it seems that's the current lifestyle of yours. And funny thing, I have a very good friend, Gemini, and let's say that professionals are telling that friend of mine that it's not good for thy health to live that way. And from my friend's behalf, who cares? Okay, who gives a dime, right? But that hopefully that will change with this Mercury Mercury direct. Other than that, guys, it should be fairly nice transit for you. Many mundane issues within your day-to-day routine are going to be fixed within this period of time, 2.5 months moving forward. All right, next, that will be Cancer. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. The Tower. The Emperor. Six of Pentacles. It's... Hello, Rocky. Welcome to the stream, girl. It's really good for Cancer. It's basically excelling more than... How can I put it into words? It's excelling more than it's allowed. It's allowed by yourself, so to speak. You know, everyone has their own expectations, and kind of like it's allocating resources in order to reach those expectations. And the point here is that with the resources allocated from your behalf, it's going to be accomplished more progression than the resources allow. That's what I meant. And the compensation of this allowance is going to be due to your performance. And under performance, I mean consistency, I mean reliability, professionalism, and you name it. It is just you are going to be passing things with flying colors, right? Your job, you will be perfect at your job, perfect at your dating, perfect at your friendships. It's just perfect everywhere, to such a point that whatever ups and downs, you know, the fate has for you within the next 2.5 months, you are going to face with an extreme bear. It's just, they will not going to affect you unless positively your life. And the Tower card stands there is because it kind of, this is the moment of the personal transformation that it's going to can I put it into words? It's going to, let's put it that way, transform your life moving forward. The only negative thing that this elemental dignity brings, it's a lot of exhaustion. So it's just by the end of the transit, while you are going to find yourself being very proud of your accomplishments, okay, and also very proud of what you were able to build and how you structured everything around, you're also gonna want this thing to end, because you will barely have any strength left. What is the best use of this transit? Fixing, okay, things you're not happy with, tear them apart and rebuild them again. Okay, you don't like your business, tear it apart, rebrand it, rebuild it. You don't like your relationship, tear it apart and rebuild it. It doesn't have to be with another person. You just try to, how can I put it into words? You just make an agreement that you should start over. Okay, because that is a good, how can I put it into words? This ingression is all about rebuilding for you. That is how you do patch up things. You do not patch them, you salvage and you do rebuild. And last thing, because of your excel, these 2.5 months, you will earn some enemies. Okay, that is inevitable. Success brings enemies, unfortunately. Hello, Nantini. Welcome to the stream. Rocky, thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. At the end of the stream, you will have your personalized reading over the transit, which is how Mercury direct is going to affect you personally. All right. Next, Leo. Up until the middle of December, Rocky, it's 2.5 months. Good night, living. King of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, but you should listen to the collective reading, Rocky, and you will see that it's a good thing it's a lengthy one. Okay, it's a good thing. It's just, guys, you, Leo, are going to be introduced to the right people. That's what the Mercury direct is gonna bring to you, according to these cards. The right people who can basically present you with the opportunities you do require. For example, okay, you may a Mercury retrograde is gonna bring you the right person for the job. It's gonna bring you the right person for the love you do wish to establish. It's gonna bring you the right person for the friendship, whatever the case. The catch is that these people also have their needs. Okay, so they're willing to invest in all that. So if it is the right person for the business, that person is willing to invest in the business or invest in you, but they also expect a return. Okay, they do expect to kind of like have benefit from that thing as well. So while kind of like it's gonna feel very generous, these people that you're gonna meet within the next 2.5 months, they will feel very generous. Some of you even, well, many of you, not just only some, but many of you are gonna feel it like a charity. It isn't, right? And if you do not, let's say, pay your due with love or with material gains, or with loyalty, you will lose them, and with them the rare opportunity to further your goal, it's also going to be lost. And it's just, you have already set yourself on that path. What I mean is that meeting these people, this ain't a coincidence, right? This ain't a random event. And this is your chance. I mean, your chance comes with these people. You should take it. Right? And maybe that's a moment where you should, or rather like a period of time where you should learn to be humble and put your pride on the shelf. If one thing I know about Leo, that is their pride and their ego. So maybe of that regard, the transit will be a bit difficult for you, but not impossible. All right, next, that will be Virgo. Knight of Wands. It's the Knight, right? Yeah. Knight of Wands. The High Priestess. The Magician. Those three. And so, guys, your Mercury direct Virgo is also related to other people, to other individuals, which are gonna stir the life for you. And the best thing of all that, it is that just these people are going to be accepting you for who you are. What I mean is that they will like everything you got, the good and the bad sides, right? And that said, I mean, you are going to get along with them extremely well. So this is a transit of friendships, it's transit of new communications, of new introductions, right? It's a transit, it's just of having good time in the social environment. That is to say that it is not impossible, you know, some romantic intentions to develop in between you and one of these people. But what you need to know, according to these cards, it is that this is out of a how can I put it into words? Out of a pure interest. What I mean is that these are up to the very last one of them, it are people who are driven by their interest, right? And should there be no romantic intentions, these people are going to make your life interesting because they are very enterprising individuals. However, should there be any romantic incentive in it, this is going to, how can I put it into words, is going to kind of like extinguish that flame, because it's just that person wouldn't know what to do, right? And you will have to take the lead and make the whole environment interesting for them. Otherwise, a moment is going to come when they are going to walk away, right? But at the very least, Mercury retrograde is going to deliver you from boredom. If you are bored right now and just kind of have a lot of time at your hand. And together with many of these individuals, you can also create great things, businesses, you know, some kind of endeavors, enterprises, just you name it. I mean, you have the choice to decide what to create, and with them, you will be successful. All right, next, that will be Libra. The Strength, the Tower, 10 of Cups. Very, very challenging transit for you, this Mercury retrograde, Libra. This is a, can I say, a promise. Like, you are going to be promised a future, whether through the circumstances, whether someone is promising it to you, okay, whether you just figure out that just can do it, but you will be promised a future one or another way. And this promise is going to change everything, okay? Literally everything is going to change. And many things that you relied upon, many things that you considered in the bag, so to speak, will have to go. They will just need to be get rid of, okay? So that will be a period of time for you, that Mercury direct, which it will be like a purge, for lack of a better word. Your life will be purged, so it can emerge with much higher purpose. And the purpose is going to be truly high. It will be very enthusiastic from your behalf, and kind of like, how can I put it into words? Just you're going to know that that is what needs to be done, okay? And the hell with the rest of it. That may be new love and promise for a super good love, all right, or a promise for a super good career development, whatever the case. But again, it's going to change everything. Your life ain't going to be the same from there on moving forward, should you decide to go for the promise. Because again, I cannot take your choice for you. You can decide not to. All right, next, Scorpio. The Empress, the World. Just before I drew the World, the thing that crossed my mind is this is the time. This is the decisive time, and that is basically what the World suggests. God. Two of Wands. Those three cards. So these 2.5 months are the months of a, and I don't know how to explain it exactly. Thank you for the $20 CLB. What kind of an answers you need? Because for what you told last time, your friend had a maniac breakdown, and that is related to his health or her health. And tarot is not designed to kind of like read for health. So can you specify? Thank you. Oops. So for Scorpio, this transit is going to be about paving a way. It's the best way how I can describe it. The circumstances we will create, because for the most part, many things are gonna have we are gonna have control over many things. Okay, control over our business, control over the relationships we have and whatnot. We'll have control over can we make a relationship or not. Just control over everything, and whatever we do create, okay, whatever creation we make, it's going to be final for the next and not just only for the next 2.5 months, but for the next 2.5 months, whatever we create within is going to be final. So if within those couple of months you break up with your boyfriend, let's say, or with your girlfriend, whatever the case, and you do not reconcile by the end of that time, it's done, right? It is what it is. It's over. Or if you get in with them again, it's done, it's over. I mean, you are together no matter what. So that's why it's very important important transit. And the thing that I'm going to do for the next couple of days, and I strongly encouraging you to do so as well, guys, is to kind of like be at a quiet place or withdraw at a quiet place and think about what you want to do. It's again, the worst thing we can do is take choices or make decisions on the whim of the moment, right? Because based on the choice, we will get results and they will stick. All right, this isn't something we can take back. That is for Scorpio. Yeah, Yalbi, but what kind of an answers? About what? Right? About his state, about his recovery, what kind of an answers you need? What will happen with him? I just don't understand what kind of an answers. All right, next, Sagittarius. Well, Pisces Moonbeam, for as far as I know, it wasn't while I was baking it. Just an hour later it became, for what I remember when you wrote to me. Oh, you want to know what actually happened? Okay. Oh, he passed away? Oh my God, I'm sorry. When you said transitioned, I didn't understand. Okay. Knight of Swords. Judgment. Three of Cups. Those three cards. It will sound generic, but it's actually a really good experience. Because the Mercury direct for you, Sagittarius, is actually going to point you the way. It's going to be like a compass. And whatever situations you are finding yourself into, you're always going to know the right way to go about it, the right thing to say, okay, the right opportunity to take, the right performance, what to do, and all these kind of things. It's always gonna be, it's always gonna be with you. And the good thing it is that the right way to go about it, it will correspond with your emotions as well, meaning that it's always gonna be something you would kind of like. Okay, so there won't be a point, for as far as Mercury direct is concerned for you, that you will have to go against your principles, against your standards, and against your ideals. It's always going to be your way moving forward. And once you are done with all that, it's kind of like your life will have a shape. I don't know how to put it in another way. Your life will have a shape in a sense of that everything is going to have a meaning in it, right? Because sometimes, we do have, for example, friendships that we don't know what to do with them. It's just they don't have any particular meaning, or we may have such a partnerships, we may have such projects and whatnot. But for you, at the end of the transit, everything is going to have a meaning for you, okay? But for you, not for you and the rest around you, right? It's just gonna be only for you. All right, next, Capricorn. Ace of Swords. The Chariot. Three of Swords. Mercury direct is going to reveal things of you, for you, sorry. Not of you, but for you, guys. Basically, Mercury direct is gonna make you see the real states of your marriage, the real state of your business, the real state of your career, the real state of, you know, your life, long story short. And many of the real estate you ain't gonna like, okay? It's just, with that Ace of Swords and these Three of Swords being next to a guys, I don't know how to put it in other words. This isn't even a disappointment. This is more like a battle. Well, when you see how it is gonna pain you. Some of you is gonna pain you because you haven't done enough. Some of you are gonna pain you because choices have been made for you. Some of you are gonna pain you because you know, it's you haven't learned your lesson and whatnot. And composure is very important here, because dwelling on that, it's not gonna solve the issue, right? What I mean is that dwelling on these negative thoughts only going to create negative emotions. What you need to do is just, it's a cliche, but move forward, because with the Three of Swords also comes the second chance, okay? It may not come within the next 2.5 months, but it's going to come to you, the second chance, into being in love, into having successful career, into having a harmonious relationship, social circle and whatnot, all right? But for now, this is a transit of acceptance for you, okay? And your spiritual strength is going to be tested, and mental strength as well. It's not going to be as difficult as you may think. Okay, you will be amazed how much you can actually handle of that garbage. But yeah, buckle up, you Capricorns, because some serious revelations are about to blow your mind. Next, we do have Aquarius. Seven of Cups. Four of Swords. No rest for the wicked. Oh my God, Queen of Wands. I am rising Aquarius, and that is one of the worst things you can dangle, right, in front of Aquarius. That is like, guys, that is like your, how can I put it into words? Your dream being dangled in front of you, and being, you can feel it there, all right? Being just on the tips of your fingers, but you can't quite reach it. But the good thing is that it will be made clear how that will be very specific to different Aquariuses, all right? to some of us through promise, others through a personal conviction, you know, and whatnot. But it will be made clear that whatever the dream, it's possible now. Okay, it's possible. It can, Kan, be achieved, can be accomplished. But within the next 2.5 months, is going to be dangled in front of us, because with that Queen of Wands being next to the Seven of Cups, it pretty much means that we do lack the proper attitude. I don't know how to explain it. We do lack the sense of how to go about it, and therefore it just is going to be... well, I don't want to say it, but it seems like it is going to be disappointment after disappointment. And the reason for it is that while, you know, we may have certain idea of how to reach that dream or that goal, we do lack the preparation. And this is kind of like understandable. We just have found out that we can accomplish that. We do lack the preparation, we do lack the plan, and we do lack the information as well. So another thing it is that within these 2.5 months, none of those around you will have, or rather like will be qualified enough to lend us a helping hand in order to accomplish whatever the dream that it is for us. And believe it or not, I had that moment for 2.5 years. Okay, and very recently it kind of had a breakthrough into that. Pisces Moonbeam knows the whole story. It's about thin number, right? 2.5 years. I knew that this can happen, but I just didn't have the means, right? Now I do, and the process is ongoing. Hopefully by the end of November, I'm going to have the damn thing. Anyway, and it is exactly why I lack the professional expertise. I lack the professionals to ask to do that for me. In any case, that's pretty much the experience of Aquarius. It's kind of like a bad joke from the universe. The universe simultaneously is going to confirm that what we want, it is not ludicrous, right? And it is not childish, but in the same time, it's going to slap our hand. It's going to slap us on the wrist saying, you aren't ready, all right? You can have it, but not now. It's just not so fast, champion, right? Hold down your horses. First, you got to prepare. Well, Jen, I mean, that's all we do, all of our lives. Okay? Hey, Taco. I was worried, truth be told, Taco, because I know that you are going through a recovery process, and last time you weren't here, so I thought that things went worse with you, but hopefully that's not the case, mate. Hopefully you're doing really, really well. All right, so Pisces, last but not least. Hey, Seda. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Taco, for the $22.22. Thank you, mate. Very soon you're going to have your personalized reading. How Mercury direct is going to affect you personally. Seven of Wands for Pisces. Five of Swords. Knight of Cups. Taco, first time in my career whatsoever a person admits that. Okay? Because many think that relationships are for granted and they're never in the wrong. They're never in the wrong. Your life, it's a lucky one. All right, for Pisces, nasty things. Okay, nasty things, guys. This Mercury direct, that will be the moment, or rather like the transit, where the weak spots, or rather like, how can I put it into the weak sides of the people which are your rivals and your enemies are going to be exposed. Basically, the weaknesses are going to be exposed. And you will have a choice to make, obviously. Okay. One is destroy your enemy. But it's going to be an ugly process. You gotta do bad things. Okay. And you may even grow to hate yourself afterwards. Or, of course, allow them to thrive. That is the other option here, because one way or another, guys, there is going to be a winner in those 2.5 months. And as in one song that I very much like is sung, for a big thing or for a small, the winner takes it all. And that will be the case here as well. 7 of Wands and 5 of Swords, it's this completely annihilates the rules. This isn't a contest, all right? This isn't a tournament. This isn't a match. It's a right out war, and there are no rules in war. You just win with whatever means possible, or at least this is how your enemies are going to proceed. The cards are advising you from you to do the same thing. That is what Mercury direct is going to bring you. You hoped for leverage, I'm sorry. You have it. Use it. All right. That is for the whole 12 star signs. Now the super chat. So the first super chat is from Ivila. What type of love I have with P? A bit of a clarification is that they have recently started dating. So because you mentioned, Ivila, that you are going to sleep, and probably you haven't heard me at the start of the stream, you mentioned here a soulmate, a twin flame, and karmic love. Actually, according to the tarot philosophy, the 3 types of love are the real, the true, and the soulmate type of one. You can have a karmic relationship without loving each other. And only the real love is built. The rest, they are granted by, let's say, the pattern of the universe. You either have them or you don't with that individual. That said, even if the cards doesn't show any type of those 3, that doesn't mean that the real one cannot be built. And the real love, it is when you grow to trust that person and rely on them, the person you are with, and rely on them. So it's built on top of a mutual trust and mutual reliability. Okay, but let's see now. We are going to see what kind of an emotional state you do have within your relationship. That is the question that I'm going to ask. And if one of the 2 types of love is there that I mentioned, the soulmate or the real one, we are either going to have the High Priestess or the Lovers within the spread. Okay. Hello, Jen. another thing before I move forward, and Pisces Moonbeam even can vouch for that as well. Very often, people mistake love with passion. This is what we have. And these cards do speak only about passion for now, which means that, you know, it's neither the true nor the soulmate type of love. That doesn't mean that it cannot be the real one, okay? But at this stage, according to these cards, you just give each other what you need. I mean, the presence of that person suits you, okay? It fills the gap within your life, so your presence in his life as well. And currently what is good is that the happiness in between each other, what I mean is that your happiness matters to him, all right? And as I do believe that his happiness matters to you as well. And that is a very rare property that people has, because think about it, you know, so more often than not, people are with someone because they are happy, all right? But this time around, this person is with you because when he sees you happy, he becomes happy, okay? So at least for now, his dedication is to make you happy, as probably your dedication is the same thing, or is the same toward him. But that is also a, how can I put it into words, it's a curse, especially with that King of Swords being at the first position, because as soon as you don't make sense to one another, for example, as soon as he becomes more of a, how can I put it into words, more of a dead weight, so to speak, so it doesn't contribute in any way to your life, this happiness is going to vaporize. Okay, it's just, it does it because it's a catalyst, and it doesn't and it won't have anything to catalyze. Okay, and it's gonna be obsolete out there, and what you will start feeling is emptiness again. That doesn't have to happen. I'm just saying the conditions here. For now, what these cards are advising you is to be open for literally anything with this individual, right? You can grow family, you can have children, you name it. It is just right now the possibilities are literally everything, okay? You can become Romeo and Juliet, or you can become Octavian and Mark Antony. From the greatest lovers to the greatest enemy that the world knows, right? And it all comes to that, how much use your life has of one another, right? How much you do contribute for his life and how much he contributes for your life. Because the moment, again, you become more of a an obstacle than anything else, then the love becomes rivalry, and then it becomes a war. And yeah, Ginger, thank you for the 20 US dollars. Thank you, Ginger. At the end of the stream, or rather very, very soon, you're going to have your personalized reading here. Direction of, okay, so daughter relationship. Yeah, David, thank you for another 20 US dollars. You're gonna have two readings then. One what happened with your friend, I hope that I will be able to tell you that. Okay, these are questions that sometimes you're not allowed to know the answer, right? So we're gonna see what, if they don't show me the answer, then what Pisces Moonbeam suggested, it is what kind of a message that person has for you. All right, next, Yasmin. Let's see how Mercury direct is going to affect you. Thank you, yeah, the B, for the kiss. Ginger Pisces Moonbeam has a connection issue, so she may not be seeing your message here. I do suggest you to send her an email. Oh, she did. All right, Four of Pentacles. Let me just draw them like that. All right, Yasmin, it's a good thing. Those are the 3 cards. Okay. So Mercury direct throughout this ingression, you are going to do or how is go well, Mercury direct is going to affect you on the topics that really matter for the establishment of your life. Okay, and the only thing that I can think of right now and what really matters is career and love and family as well. So at least in those 3 fields, you will grow respect, you will grow trust, you will grow as well reliability, and it basically you will ensure their future. So this is the transit where you're going to stabilize your job, you're going to stabilize your career, you're going to stabilize your relationship. I know that you are in a relationship. Stabilize in a sense, ensure its longevity, and the only way that this can kind of like fall apart is you walking away, and that is not excluded, all right? Because that 9 of Swords being next to the 4 of Pentacles, it kind of shows that you will be afraid of when you ask yourself, what if I lose it? Okay, and your imagination is going to freak you the hell out, right? And therefore, you know, some people do prefer to end it on their own term rather than wait it out. You don't have to end it and you don't have to wait it out, because according to these cards is not ending anytime soon. One advice from the cards for you, Yasmin, don't think of the end results. Think of the process. That is the more important. Okay, because if you engrave your soul in the process, you do your job with love, you address your relationship with love, you address your friendships, your family with love, success is gonna find you on its own accord. All right, next, Jasmine. Those are cards for you, Jasmine. So, 1 second. Mercury direct. retribution time. Literally a retribution time. Closed. Can I put it into words? Wrongdoings towards you are going to be reopened. Let me give you an example, okay? Let's say that in the past, and that could be in the past, I don't know how old are you, but throughout your life, past lifetime, okay? Let's say that you are wrongfully terminated in terms of business, in terms of job, and you couldn't do anything about it. But Mercury direct may bring to your attention that against the company whom you have been wrongfully terminated from, it's a class action now growing up, and they are seeking for victims of a wrongful termination from that company to add to the class action. It's a payback time where you will be from the receiving end. And that's why this is going to be very, very imperative from for the next 2.5 months, not to budge even a step back. You need to show your character. You need to show that you do have a strong backbone, all right, that you can stand your ground and demand what you think you deserve. Because like I said, old cases are going to be reopened. And you can right the wrong. That is the most important thing here. You can right the wrong. So that's how Mercury direct is going to play out for you. It's going to give you the opportunity to right the wrong. Anna Chaban, are we exclusive? Let's check it out, Anna. Those are cards. Yes, you are, at least for now. The cards does not say specifically yes, but they say that this person, you are his bigger devotion. Okay, you are his not bigger, but biggest devotion, at least for now. So I could say yes, you are. And by the way, you have mentioned that you are not happy with the circumstances you are in. That Eight of Cups being next to the Page of Pentacles, it kind of promises better circumstances in the future. Rocky, let's check how the Mercury direct is going to affect you, girl. Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles, Rocky. The Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords, when they're not attached to the question, more often than not, or most likely, they speak for one of the two things, whether a second chances or a very overwhelming opportunities, overwhelming in a sense of that they will feel like they're way beyond your pay grade, which isn't true. Okay, it just simply isn't true. So the advice of these cards for you, Rocky, is when you are given, take it. Don't think twice about it, at least not at the start. Just take it, because when the Wheel of Fortune is on a prime position, that card speaks that you are shielded from any failure, at least for now. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune speaks that through these circumstances, one has the opportunity, or Tao has the opportunity, to evoke a once in a lifetime change in thy life, which is going to be for the better, by the way. So either second chances or extraordinary opportunity that they will feel, again, way beyond your pay grade, but that isn't true. Oh, definitely, Jasmine, definitely. Because one of the things about the Seven of Swords, especially with the world, affect that what you have been owed and you have been deprived of, you can demand. Okay? That is the thing. It definitely could affect that. And not just only that, many other things. But again, you have to kind of like show a strong backbone. And by the way, Pisces Moonbeam, that is how she tested me when I was working for that channel. She called me and she asked me, what would you say, you know, if I have asked you, are they gonna pay me? And you would have drawn the Seven of Swords. And the previous talent, for a lack of better words, told her that she will never gonna get paid. I told her, you gotta ask for your money. I mean, you gotta do anything you can, anything allowed to you to do. I mean, you gotta step for yourself and you will get your money. She sent a letter, I believe, and she had your money back. She had her money back. Not your money, but her money back. That was how she tested me, how good I am with tarot. So yeah, that's definitely a thing, Jasmine. Not just only that, but also many other situations which you have been wrong did. All right, Yadabi, first. I don't even know how to ask that. So let's see. I'm just going to address the cards and see if they have anything to say. Just they don't have anything to add. Those are the cards, by the way. And well, according to the card TRB, he threatened, or rather like jeopardized something. And it is why all happened. I don't know, however, if that was a jeopardized life or jeopardized property, because the card says that the jeopardizing, it's a future, so he jeopardized the future. And that's why these things happened. But that is something you have been told, so I don't consider that an answer. So for that, I am going to check on what kind of a message that person has for you, okay? Because that will help you better. Those are the 3 cards. Couple of messages with them. First, the other be it is that you are doing the right thing with your life. That is the first thing of the message. And the second is that you shouldn't trust everyone. Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of put it into words. According to these cards, and his message is that there are people who are using you, which are around you. So you better trust your healthy sense of mistrust. And the best way to kind of like test who is with you is to present them with a way forward which they are not included, and see if they are going to support you for it or not. Those who won't, they are using you. Those who will support you through it, they truly loves you. All right, and for the other thing of your reading, what Mercury direct is going to present you with, let's check it out. Those are the 3 cards for you, Yadabi. It's gonna be a bit all over the place, girl. This will be a transit where you will kind of have the tendency to address things around you, you know, things in your work, things in your friendships, with conscientiousness. And as well, you're going to have a fine, keen eye for the subtleties in it, okay, for the finest and minor detail. And that will allow you to start preparing yourself and building up a plan for something, which by the end of Mercury direct will be able to be initiated. That could be a preparation to start a business, preparation to buy a house, whatever the case, right? Whatever is going to come up in your life. But the thing is that it will never gonna feel like something you really want. It's never gonna feel like something you really need, right? It's gonna feel like a means to an end, but nothing more than that, okay? And that's why this, at least according to these cards, Yarabi, this transit on a material level is going to be very good, because you're going to do a great job, all right? You're also going to be able to meet a lot more people. If you are working privately, you're going to have a lot more purchase orders, a lot more, requests and whatnot. And what good of it is at the end that you're going to ask, and you're just not going to be able to find the answer for yourself. Just everything is going to feel off. And that is just a temporary feeling though, okay? So maybe it's a time where you just have to powerhouse through it. You gotta just gnash your teeth and move forward and just live through it. All right, next, Taco. Let's see how Mercury direct is gonna affect you, mate. Those are the three cards, Taco. And Mercury direct is gonna shine a light upon your strength and your generosity. Cap through it? What do you mean under cap? Like Capricorn through it? Yeah, that's true. So you will feel much more, or when this Mercury direct is going to give you the, how can I put it into words? The self-esteem, which by the way is going to be very correct, right? So you are not overestimating yourself, but the self-esteem that you can handle a lot more than you are handling right now. And that's why you shouldn't be surprised that at some point you may have even start doing it, I don't know, but at some point you actually start, how can I put it into words, start manifesting your wishes. And I don't want to say your dreams, but your wishes. It's just the things you wish, right? The things you wish to have, you're going to start acquiring. The things you wish to do, you're going to start doing. The things you wish to experience, you're going to start experiencing. And that is because you will kind of like, again, understand that you can do so much more. And with that, and also that you need to do much more. That is also a thing here for you, Tsako. It's just Mercury direct. It's going to show you that you are going to be so much emotionally fulfilled if you go for more, if you do for more, if you overcome challenges. When I say challenges, I don't mean problems. I mean achievements, accomplishments. And the other thing of those two cards, I already know it, mate, but they show that you will truly going to open up for your generosity. That may be generosity in terms of emotions, generosity in terms of money, generosity in terms of time. Just you will be generous, and that generosity is going to pay off for you. Well, Yanabi, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, okay? It's all about a perspective. And again, tarot shows you based on your current state, but you can always change it, okay? And it's kind of understandable because you are right now in emotional distress, for a lack of a better word, okay? But it doesn't have to be like that. I don't know how to say it, but well, I'm saying this rule many times, or I have said this rule many times. The past is the past, okay? And if one tries to relive it, or to relive it, it only loses tomorrow. So the sooner you kind of like shake yourself off and kind of like start looking forward, the sooner you will overcome that state. All right, Ginger, where the relationship with your daughter is going, was that really the direction with my of my daughter's relationship with me? So yeah, okay. Daughters. That is overall though, because for more specific, we have to check for each daughter on its own. Okay, so this is an overall answer. Those are cards. And for what they show here, Ginger, it could go anywhere, but they do show conditions. So you want your daughters to be nice and to kind of like express their love for you. You do not put any requirements in front of them. You do not tell them what they should do. You do not tell them how they should live their life. You do not tell them as well to take on responsibilities. You do not tell them to, how can I put it into words? Undertaking responsibilities, I mean kind of like obligations. Do not ask them to take any obligations. And another thing is that you shouldn't as well blindside them with things. Okay, like for example, a daughter of yours tells you that she doesn't want to attend to a party you are making. Okay, and in order to get her into the party, you tell her that you are not going to make a party, but instead you just want to spend time with her, just two of you, and instead you are making a party. She comes up and she enters, kind of like she finds herself into the party, so you're blindsiding her. These things, they're not going to be taken well at all. Okay, so the flow in between you and your daughters should be like they don't owe you anything, okay, and they're not obliged to do anything for you. And well, if they want to, that's good, but if they don't, you shouldn't press forward. And then you will be happy with them. That's what the cards are showing here. I hope that answers. With some, it's going to be easier than others. But long story short, Ginger, for now, at the very least, the relationships are going toward the pleasant end. Okay, and it's up to you to keep it that way by not requiring obligations again, require from them to be reliable, require for them to be consistent, and siding them with things. Well, only if they want to. That's the thing. You cannot make them, right? That's the thing. You cannot make them give anything. You take if they want. I mean, they give if they want. Well, the reading doesn't say anything of you giving. Okay, so in our country, we do have a parable. It's not the mad one, the one that eats. It's the mad one, the one that gives him to eat, right? It doesn't sound very well, but basically, who is in the wrong? Is the one who gives, not the one who takes. So stop giving if you think that's kind of like they are not reciprocating or that they are depriving you, or if it is wrong. It's just the reading says do not demand in return of what you are giving. You give only if you want to. You take only if they want to give you. So that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you. And we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.